Good evening, everyone. You're watching Awaz News. I'm Kubra Ali, and I'll be taking you to top news across Canada.
John Tory to preside over budget debate despite announcing intent to resign. Toronto police searching for 3 suspects after woman slashed in the face at Spadina station. Toronto man arrested, charged in armed robbery spree. Major parties support quick passage of Liberal law delaying assisted dying expansion. Acting mayor won't possess new enhanced powers in the event of Tory resignation province. Premiers agree to accept new federal healthcare funding offer. Ford makes specific recommendations on Fed healthcare deal at Premiers meeting.
Those were the headlines, and now let's look into the details.
John Tory has committed to remaining mayor through Wednesday's budget deliberations at City Hall. Tory's office confirmed the mayor's intentions in a statement issued late Monday afternoon. The statement notes that Tory plans to attend the budget meeting to ensure the $16.2 billion operating budget and $49.3 billion capital plan are finalized. Tory abruptly announced his intention to resign on Friday night after disclosing that he had committed a serious error in judgment by developing a relationship with a former staff member that ended earlier this year. Tory has said that he intends to submit his resignation to the city clerk in the coming days but was not provided any further details. He was spotted in his office on Monday, and the statement notes that he met with Deputy Mayor Jennifer McKelvey and city staff to talk about how best to ensure an orderly transition. Crawford would not say when the mayor plans to formally submit his resignation paperwork to the city clerk, calling that a personal decision. He did, however, note that he would have preferred Tory to stick around and would support him should he have a change of heart about his intention to resign. A Tory man is facing a slew of charges in connection with an armed retail robbery spree in North York. Toronto police say between October 11, 2022 and February 11, 2023, they responded to 3 robbery calls in the Humber Summit area near Steeles Avenue West and Islington Avenue. Investigators said in each incident a masked man entered a premise, approached the checkout counter and made a demand for cash. Police said in one case the suspect produced a handgun, while in the other 2 he produced a shotgun before stealing a quantity of cash, then fleeing the scene. Toronto police launched an investigation and identified the suspect as 25-year-old Abdifatah Muhammad Ahmed of Toronto. On February 11, TPS hold-up squad along with 31 Division Major Crime Unit and the Emergency Task Force executed a criminal code search warrant where they located and arrested Ahmed. Police say at the time of search, officers also allegedly recovered a shotgun, 2 replica handguns, some of the stolen property, and other items of evidentiary value. Ahmed was scheduled to appear in court on February 12. Manitoba Premier Heather Stefanson says the premiers have agreed to accept the healthcare funding deal offered to them by Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, although they say it is far less than they wanted. Stefanson is the current chair and spokeswoman of the Premiers Association, known as the Council of Federation. The Premiers met virtually today, nearly a week after Trudeau offered the provinces and territories another $46 billion on top of the planned federal health transfers over the next 10 years. The offer was well shy of the Premier's demand for Ottawa to increase its share of health spending from 22% to 35%. Stefanson says the proposal amounts to about a 2% increase. Still, she says the provinces will accept the new money while continuing to work with Ottawa on long-term plan to ensure the viability of Canada's cherished healthcare system. All major parties in House of Commons are signaling they will support a Liberal bill that would further delay the expansion of medically assisted dying to people whose sole condition is a mental disorder. Members of Parliament began debating the bill this week and is expected to pass quickly before a mid-March deadline. An update to assisted dying law passed in March 2021 included a 2-year sunset clause on provisions to expand eligibility to patients who only have mental disorders. But Justice Minister David Lametti is now seeking a longer delay to do more consultations and better prepare healthcare systems to handle the cases of such patients. Conservatives say they will support the bill, which extends the delay by another year, but they are arguing that the expansion should not happen at all. Ontario Premier Doug Ford believes the federal government will accept his recommendations on the sustainability of a new healthcare deal. The premiers of the provinces and territories discussed Monday the offer on the table from Ottawa about boosting healthcare funding. The federal government has offered more than $46 billion to provinces and territories to augment the Canada Health Transfer. The premiers say the deal amounts to a bump in the Fed's share of healthcare dollars to 24% from 22%, less than the 35% share premiers called for. Ford has said Ontario will take any new healthcare dollars but wants a commitment much longer than the 10 years Ottawa has proposed. Ford office says the premiers had a very productive and positive discussion about Ottawa's proposal. His office says those recommendations which it did not close are data-driven and that personal health information would be protected. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has said the deal comes with the strings attached, including sharing data to build a national database on healthcare. Ford has said any new money on healthcare would go toward hiring more doctors and nurses as well as investments in home care and long-term care. A Toronto man is facing a slew of charges in connection with an armed retail robbery spree in North York. Toronto police say between October 11, 2022 and February 11, 2023, they responded to 3 robbery calls in the Humber Summit area near Steeles Avenue West and Islington Avenue. Investigators said in each incident a masked man entered the premise, approached the checkout counter and made a demand for cash. Police said in one case the suspect produced a handgun while in the other 2 he produced a shotgun before stealing quantity of cash, then fleeing the scene. Toronto police launched an investigation and identified the suspect as 25-year-old Abdifatah Muhammad Ahmed of Toronto. On February 11, TPS hold-up squad along with 31 Division Major Crime Unit and the Emergency Task Force executed a criminal code search warrant where they located and arrested Ahmed. Police say at the time of search, officers also allegedly recovered a shotgun, 2 replica handguns, some of the stolen property, and other items of evidentiary value. Ahmed was scheduled to appear in court on February 12. The strong mayor powers held by John Tory will not be transferred to his deputy mayor upon his resignation, but will be inherited by whoever is ultimately elected in a by-election, and spokesperson for the Ford government confirms. Tory was granted sweeping new powers that allow him to craft his own budget, unilaterally hire and fire department heads, and veto any decision supported by less than 2/3 of City Council in fall. But in a statement provided to CTV News Toronto on Monday, a spokesperson for the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing confirmed that the powers cannot be transferred to a caretaker mayor such as his deputy, Jennifer McKelvey. Tory has said that he will work with the city manager, the city clerk, and McKelvey to ensure an orderly transition in the coming days, but it remains unclear what role, if any, McKelvey will hold. In an interview with CP24 on Monday, municipal lawyer John Mascarin pointed out that McKelvey was appointed under Section 193 of City of Toronto Act, which gives her very limited scope of authority. CP24 did ask the City of Toronto for more information about what roles and responsibilities could be assumed by caretaker mayor in the event of Tory's resignation, but was told by a spokesperson that the city will not only advise on timelines and next steps after Tory submits a letter of resignation to the city clerk. Toronto police are looking for 3 suspects after a woman was slashed across the face at Spadina subway station. The incident happened Sunday evening. Toronto police were called to the scene shortly after 6:30 p.m. According to investigators, a woman was involved in verbal dispute with 3 individuals who were not known to her. A male suspect reportedly spat in the woman's face and repeatedly pushed her, police said. He then allegedly brandished a knife and slashed the woman in her face, causing facial injuries. All 3 suspects fled the scene. The first suspect is described as male, 5'10" and 140 pounds with a slim build and black puffy hair. He was last seen wearing a grey jacket with a fur hood, a grey sweater, a blue mask, grey sweatpants, and black running shoes. Police said this individual carried a 6-inch knife with a jagged edge. The second suspect is a male, 5'7", 130 pounds, approximately 16 to 19 years old, with a slim build and short black puffy hair. He was last seen wearing a black winter jacket, a grey hooded sweater, black jeans, black and white running shoes, and white mask. The third is a female, 5'4", 120 pounds, approximately 14 to 17 years old, with a slim build and long hair in a ponytail. She was last seen wearing a black puffy jacket, grey sweatpants, white and black running shoes, and carrying a large brown leather purse with her.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kubra Ali. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.
Suspects.